Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day. This is my first attempt at stand-up comedy. Hope you all be a little nice to me. I want to call this segment Small Head, Big Ideas. My stand is only this height. That's why you get this weird, look of me. But yeah, I mean, it's all fine. Today I'm gonna make jokes about doctors. I mean, we all been to doctors. Who hasn't been? Uh, it is like a very weird experience for most of us. Pleasant would be a rare occurrence, even if it even exists. It's like finding a unicorn, like a person going to a doctor and saying, "Hey, I had a pleasant experience yesterday. What did you do?" "I went to the doctor." So, ooh, the tone in the room would like shift an octane down. I'd be like, I mean, should I be? I mean, is it like, you're having a baby or like you're having cancer? It's like two of the extremes. One is like, creating a new life. One is like messing with your own life. Yeah, that went dark. So yeah, doctors, like as a process in India, it's like it doesn't start with like I have a disease, I'm gonna see a doctor. It's like in India, it's like if you have a disease, the step one is like it will get better on its own, whatever it is. You might have a disease that doesn't have a cure, and they'll be like, it will get better. Don't worry, give it time. Like, see it in the evening, see how you feel. And then, like, by evening, if you don't get well, let me sleep on it. Let's not make any hasty decisions going to the doctor. Let me sleep on it and let's see how it feels tomorrow. And even if tomorrow you're not feeling well, let me take my diary and see. Today is not good. Day after tomorrow, if I still don't feel good, I will go see a doctor. And the fateful day comes and you're still not getting any better. You're like, fine, I will go see a doctor. Now I'm ready to see a doctor. I don't know why I'm trying to make an Indian accent, but I'm an Indian and I have an Indian accent. I don't know, I'm trying to make the Simpsons Indian accent. Maybe see, internet poisoning everyone us. So yeah, the fateful day comes, you go see a doctor. Like seeing the doctor, it's a series of adventure. It's like it's like one of the fun game you've ever played. If someone could like make it into a PS5 game, it will be like really cool. Because the first hurdle is the waiting room. You go to the waiting room, you get your number, waiting order, and then you sit down. It's like a weird space that is that should not exist in this timeline, because you see around, posters would be like 10 years old, magazines would be 5 years old. It's like you've taken that Back to the Future car and you went back in time, and it's like you go through your childhood, your nostalgia, going through all the magazines. Like the people who sell old newspaper, they don't have magazines as old as you can find it in a doctor's office. It's like, I don't know, it's like time struck. And you see around you, you see like people who has like real conditions and people who are just there for the heck of it. People with real conditions, they don't check through the phone. They don't look around. They don't feel amazed. They are not even annoyed. They just like stare into the abyss, sitting like a zombie. When will this be over? It's like the question that they are asking. But like rest of us, we want to like find meaning in the waiting room, which is still an enigma, I guess. And as you're pondering over, you get called in by the nurse. That's like adventure level two is like really fun. It's because you go in, the nurse is like, she takes your weight, she takes your BP, and she has she doesn't make a comment, but she has this like weird sounds that she makes. She takes your weight, she's like, hmm. I'm like, is it like, am I overweight or am I underweight? I mean, from my stature, I'm definitely overweight. Woman, you could say that. And then she'll take the BP, huh? And she will like raise an eyebrow. Like, what? Am I getting high BP now? And then she'll take your heart rate. Hmm, 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 hmm. And It is just weird sounds. She doesn't give you any indication whether you're good, whether you're bad. And like before you work up the courage to ask her that, you'll be called into the doctor's office. And that's where the fun starts. Like literally, that is like you go in there, you see half human, half stethoscope. Uh, Extreme high energy. Like, doctors have this manual adjustment of their emotions, which is like set at like 50%. They're like, doctor, my knee is aching. Okay, okay. Good, good. My stomach is like paining. Oh, okay, okay. We'll see. Doctor, like, I ate a baby. Oh, okay, okay. Fine, like, what is like anything wrong with your digestion? Like, they, like you can say the most absurd statements, and they'll be like, oh, okay, we'll see. Like, a very nonchalant like attitude towards like whatever you throw at them. And then like the highlight of a doctor's visit is like they try to be humorous. Yeah, I mean doctors and humorous understand the combination. They try to be like, they try to joke. Like you go to a cardiologist. He will like, take up the checkups and like he will see the reports and he won't tell you what's wrong with you, what's your cholesterol percentage, or like, what needs to be done. Like they always start with a very sarcastic remark of like, have you ever seen a salad? Do you know vegetables exist? Uh, like, they try to body shame you without trying to be explicit. Like cardiologists, like, they think it is funny. It is not. Doctors, please stop. No, please don't make food jokes. People who are to take their diet seriously, they won't be your, patients, aka customers. So you will end up on the streets if you take diet seriously. So don't joke about your profession. And like you go to dermatologist, they're like a level further. Like, they're like a hoot. They're nice. They're chill. They have this good vibe going on. So you like, relax around a dermatologist. You shake hands and they'll be like, oh, you have a mole in your hand. Yes, doctor. That is my lucky mole. I attribute all my luck to it. Oh, really? That could be cancer. We should check it out. Huh, 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 huh. They just drop the C word without even like of all the doctors you visited, most likely a doctor to tell you that you might have cancer when you don't have cancer is a dermatologist. Like they will be like, and once they say cancer, like I think it is because their prescriptions are very expensive. They don't want you to concentrate on the price of their prescription. They're just like, hey, like it could be cancer, like, be happy that your prescription only cost you 10,000 rupees. So like dermatologist is like that. And the third is like the wonderful group is like psychiatrist and psychologist. Yeah, like, we're going to club them together because we as normal people, we don't know the distinction. We only like term them as mental doctors. I think that is a very appropriate like, title to be given. So like, like let me first like explain what's the difference between a psychologist and a psychiatrist. Psychologist is like, uh, it's like the friend that doesn't have any like, bad habits. Like, you it's like a friend that you can talk to, and that's the only thing that they can do. Uh, they're like, how are you? How are you feeling? Are you depressed? What is making you depressed? It's like that like one friend who doesn't do anything exciting, but is always like concerned about you. That is psychologist. And psychiatrist is like, what buddy? Not feeling well. Have this pill. I don't know where I found it. It makes your head go zzzz. Like that one pill popping guy that like hangs out creepily in every party. That is like, the job description of a psychiatrist. I mean, I'm not saying they are creepy people. They're wonderful. They're helping a lot of people who are in need of friends and family. Like the whole, like, the segment of like psychiatrists and psychologists, all these mental doctors, like it's like, uh, it just illustrates that like we don't have as much human connections that we used to. So they are on the rise now. And I had the fortunate or unfortunate experience of like, accompanying a relative and a friend with like both a psychiatrist and a psychologist, and that is when I understood like why they are being called mental doctors. So like it started well, whereas I know on the patient side is the insane one and the doctor side is the sane one. 15 minutes in, I felt like a host of a debate show. I don't know which side is insane, which side is sane. It's like you're right. Oh no, you make sense. No, you make sense. You're insane. You're insane. Both of you are insane. You're a match made in heaven as a doctor and a patient. You guys should start dating. Is like the conclusion I came about. It's chill. I mean, of the doctors that like if I were to go like spend some time watching like what's happening, psychologist is the like is the place to be. They have like stories. They have like they tell you like they give you like motivation. Like doctor, like I didn't pay like $300 for 15 minutes for like a motivation speech. So yeah, like they do that. And then like the next is like you going on the internet regarding your health symptoms. That is like the wonderful thing humanity could have ever thought, is like asking the internet what is wrong with you, and the internet will tell you everything. Like I once like woke up, maybe I've like leaned on my shoulder. I woke up with like my hand numbing, and I was like sleeping on the other side. I was like I wasn't even sleeping on this side. Why is my hand numb? I might have turned during my sleep. And then I was like sweating a bit. It was like a hot sunny day. And I looked it up on like the internet and it said I'm having a silent heart attack. I'm like, what? What? I'm like dying in the process. How long will I stay like, alive? And then I called my doctor friend who is a legitimate MBBS, and I called him. I told him. He didn't explain, he didn't ask me why, or like, or he didn't like pacify me. He said like, just lie down, don't put pressure on your shoulder, and like drink some water. And then he cut the call. He didn't even wait to say like, see ya, take care, like, we'll talk next time or something. And then in 20 minutes, I started feeling better. And I felt bad. I sent him a text like, hey, everything's fine. He left it on read, double, like, like blue tick. That's it. So I can only imagine that, like, in the current digital age, so many people might have asked him the same thing, and he's just fed up with it. And like, talking of the internet and doctors, the next thing, the next worst thing that you can do is look up your prescriptions on the internet. Like, you go see a doctor, you get a prescription, and you see what is this, like, medicine is going to do and what are its like side effects. You will be like, you might get vomiting, you might get nauseous, you might get dizziness, you might get headache, you might get stomach ache, you might get like Disney HD, you might get Amazon Prime. Like it's like those cluster offers, like 23 OTT in one pack. It is like that. I think I think like these like OTT companies started like clubbing together. Uh, like that idea came from like medicine's side effects. Oh, like so many things in one thing. Like we should like totally incorporate this into a business model. It should be a hit, and it is a hit, except for like people who are having those medicines. And and like like you would find a new personality of yourself when you're like on medication. You get like irritable, you get like angry, you get like more courageous. And I had this friend like who was like always like a dull guy, and on a party he was like the bomb. He was like dancing, joking, being loud. I was like, dude, like, what happened to you, man? And then 2 days later, like, he's still back to his, he's like back to his, like, depressed self. And I asked him, like, those 2 days you are like great. Why go back to being this normie? He's like, I was on medication, bro. That wasn't me. You should ask for a prolonged prescription. You should make that your permanent medication. Like, I don't like your default setting. You should get customized settings. So yeah, like like you get to see an interesting side of people who are on prescription. Um, Next would be pediatricians. Yeah. Like doctors would speak baby language. Like if you've been to a pediatrician, like they will like talk to the baby like, oh baby, what is wrong? What's like, what's happening with you? As if the baby would say, you know what, doctor, life is tough. I got a boo-boo on my left shoulder. Mom wouldn't stop screaming about it. So yeah, as if the baby could like, talk like and it I don't know if it's weird or like should I be concerned that a grown ass well-educated man is talking to a baby as if he's expecting a reply back. So yeah, like pediatricians are like a hoot. Like, if psychologists like, make you like, they tell you a story, like pediatricians are like a performance on their own. Like you just need to like hold in your laughter to get like, some like really good moments. Uh, the last, the best, the surgeon. So, like, if you wanted to build your confidence, you shouldn't watch any motivational videos. You should watch how a surgeon walks into a surgery, like, an operation theater. Like, confidence through the roof, especially new surgeons. Like, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I can do it. I can, like, cut up a guy, look inside, see all those organs, cut that up to if I feel like it. And then we will decide like, should I like, stitch it together or leave it open or should I make some like embroidery designs on his body. So like, that is like the confidence of like a surgeon. And unlike most people like, who look for experienced surgeon, I look for new surgeons because like I like, I don't want like a surgeon who's like well in his 60s is to like cut me up and think like like what should I do, there are like three veins going, should I cut the like the red one or the vein that is green or that is like going blue. Chuck, chuck, chuck. I'll cut everything. Doctor, that is not doctor, you're not diffusing a bomb. Those are like veins for the blood, like the patient is losing blood loss and like his like pulse is going down. Um, oh, like young guy, you had like some interesting things to say. Who are you? I'm the new intern doctor. Oh, fine. Like you connect these cables that I've like just disconnected, and we will see if the patient survives. So like I don't want an experienced doctor in the sense like I don't want them like like they've studied like some 20 years ago and I don't want them to like open me up and think like what was in that chapter 3 page number 4. I'm very sure something about this condition was there. We will deal with it. Like so yeah, like I would prefer new surgeons over experienced ones. Maybe I mean that's me. I'm just weird. So yeah, like I mean, jokes apart, doctors are like really, really great. They're wonderful people. They take care of everyone. Mm, uh, like I mean, even now, like grown ass people are swallowing pens. Like, how did that happen? Did you mistake a pen for something else because it starts with pen? Like not questioning, not questioning your hobbies, but still like how did that happen? And like doctors, they've seen it all, they dealt with it, they deal with it on everyday basis. Maybe that's why like their energy is like not through the roof. But yeah, like they are a very integral part of like human society. Without them we would go through a lot of difficulties, and they make our life very much at ease, protecting us from many of disease. See how I did that? And yeah, like if doctors ever were to think of like a side income, they should try to be ransom note writers. Like where police, if they get a ransom note from the handwriting, they'll try to figure out who it was. They, you should use a doctor. No one could figure that out. Uh, in the sense, but also like the ransom note would also become useless because like no one could even read that. Like they need to bring in a pharmacist. Yeah, shout out to pharmacist who could deal through a doctor's handwriting and get us a prescription. I always used to wonder, like it's like pharmacist is like he's trying to sell off whatever the medicine is not being sold. Because with the prescription I can't like double check. I don't know if like what's the doctor written here is what I'm getting. So yeah, like shout out to pharmacists too. Like they keep the insane world of doctors a little bit sane. So yeah, guys, like you've been awesome. Mm, like if you're like watching through it as long as it did, damn, 20 minutes. I didn't expect to be chatty like that. I'm a chatty Cathy, I guess. Okay, guys, thanks. Great. This is my like first time doing like stand up. Yeah, see, I'm like standing up. Uh, it took me a while to like refine these jokes. I hope you guys like it. I'll try to be much better in the coming videos. Uh, please like, share, and subscribe because like I only have 2 subscribers at the moment. Which is like pretty much insane the kind of like time it takes to make one video for 2 subscribers. So guys, like please make it a respectable 10. Thank you.